Welcome back to the Blue Door Pop Thunder to go for yet another Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Everything and nothing, 5 days a week. I'm going to take the sports thing out because we rarely talk about sports. We talk about sports on all my other shows. It's all good. Sitting shotgun is Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nickason. Hola. Hey.
Hey, Andy. How's it going?
I'm fantastic. On a Wednesday. Happy hump day. Also, if you want to slide into Nick's DMs, do it.
Wait, what? What?
It's a wasteland down there. Tell a friend, spread the word, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, add to the Jerome Army, because that's what we're doing. And also like us on Facebook. We're growing on there. Producer Allie's doing some great things on there. And, it's organic. We're starting a movement, Nick.
Yes.
And not just a bowel movement. Nick, what are you looking up?
I'm doing some prep work for the show. I've just been.
That's lies.
It is not lies. No, I come to your house. I open up my laptop and he's like, "All right, Nick, put on the headset," and then he starts his little intro, and then I'm like, "Oh crap!" Trying to type up, get everything ready.
Prep is for high school sports, Nick.
This is like a high school sport. I'm kidding.
All right, so what sport would you play right now if you had the ability to go back and just like whip some ass? Like I'm talking, not high school because they're actually like full grown to an extent. How about middle school, like 7th, 8th grade sports? What sport would you go back and play right now and just dominate?
Dominate, jeez. Let me think here. What are the major sports in middle school?
Football, basketball, baseball, track. Oh, maybe not track. Volleyball, wrestling.
Volleyball. I wouldn't mind volleyball, actually. It'd be something, I'm saying it more as something I would enjoy. I mean, being a bigger guy, I mean, football right away came to mind.
Yep.
You know, since I understand a little bit about football. But a passion, something I loved playing when I was growing up was volleyball. My family, we used to...
Wait, what?
My family used to play it quite a bit.
That's dumb.
I mean, it's dumb.
Is that a Filipino thing?
Yeah.
Filipinos always like volleyball and basketball, even though that traditionally Filipinos are not a very tall people, but they enjoy sports that are dominated by tall people. Volleyball and basketball.
Yeah, that's actually kind of...
I would go back and play basketball. I think I'd whoop some ass.
Basketball?
Yeah. I used to be really into basketball until about 9th grade, and then working on like varsity and B team stuff. I was like, nah, this is not for me. Plus, I stopped growing. It's funny. I made it to my current height at 5'7" about 6th grade, 7th grade. So I like peaked out. So relatively to boys, I got to my height early. So in 7th grade basketball, I was a post player. You know, just give me the rock. Back to the basket type, Hakeem Olajuwon. He was my hero. And then 8th grade, when other people got taller, I became a wing. And then in 9th grade, when everyone else got taller, I became a point guard. So I was like, oh, yeah. Just like the complete shift of positions because everyone else got taller while I stayed the same height.
I'm hoping I still grow now. I mean, I'm 33 now.
No, Nick, we've reached the point where we grow out. And also we shrink in height because of osteoporosis. You take a Boniva. Have you ever noticed that like older female relatives, like they actually literally shrink? Because my grandma, when I was a kid, was probably 5'5", and then when she died, she was 5'2".
No, I was wondering if that's just an old people thing or if that's a Filipino thing, because I have a lot of my Filipino relatives, the females for sure, are... probably go up to my chin, or, you know, like I'm so much taller than them, and, you know, I feel good. The adults can go up to 5'8", 5'10", but the males, but a lot of the young kids, the older women are much shorter.
I feel like up to your chin, that's how, like, Filipinos are very random and arbitrary in their measurements. I feel. Is that fair? All right, so we pulled up a clip. This is Joe Coy one of my favorite stand-up comedians and half Filipino, and this is a video called Teaching Andre, who's an African-American gentleman, how to make rice the right way. And now Dre's got out a pot and the minute rice and butter and salt and all this other crap, and then Joe steps in and gives him the what for.
Okay, I got salt, got measuring cups for the water, and I got butter.
Butter? What are you making, oatmeal?
Oh, I'm making your sister rice.
We're Asian, Dre. We don't use salt, we don't use butter, and we definitely don't need measuring cups. I'm gonna show you how to make rice. This is jasmine rice. This is what Asians eat.
Yep.
Just use your eye. Pour as much as you want. When the water's clear, that's when you add water.
So you do need a measuring cup.
No, Dre. All you have to do, Dre, is fill the water up to this line right here.
This line right here?
Yeah, that line right there.
What are you talking about?
They're lining on the
Let me
fingers.
show you. Touch the top of the rice with your middle finger until the water hits that line right there. Boom, perfect rice.
Damn, that looks good.
I know.
When do we add the butter?
Yeah,
That's
it.
no doubt in my mind. That is exactly how I try learning Filipino dishes. There's no measurements at all. You just put in like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Equal amounts of something is kind of the closest thing you can get for Filipino cooking.
I'm an Asian, except I'll admit I do measure out. I do the 2 parts water to 1 part rice. Put in the rice cooker. The rice cooker, by the way, if you don't have one, game changer. Like, it's so easy.
You got to get a really good. You want to invest into a good rice cooker too. I mean, you can get $15, $20 ones at a lot of the retail stores. Mine, I think, is a $70 or $80 one.
Wait, why?
That I got from Benson. It cooks better. A lot of those smaller, cheaper ones can burn the rice on the bottom.
Now, we have a cheaper one, except I don't think I've ever burnt it. And I've done things where I've done things and some stuff, man, where you so rice takes about 25 minutes to cook. So I'll do that up and then I press down the cooking lever and then just leave for like 3 hours and then come back and it's on warm because it's by a weight thing where it goes from cooked to warm, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, it's fine.
You've been pretty lucky. I have not been that.
Well, except are you like Homer Simpson when he was making breakfast and like pouring a bowl of cereal and then it starts on fire?
Maybe I'm like that when it comes to cheaper stuff, but I like.
Maybe it's just the culinary arts.
Maybe.
That's how I roll. Yeah. Oh, and also when you have the rice cooker, here's the key: is once it's done cooking, you don't dig in right away because it's not like fully there yet. You let it sit on warm for a little while, or unplug it and then let it sit for like half an hour. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because rice is like steak; you have to let it rest. Also, like pizza.
I never thought about that with pizza.
Yeah. Pizza, especially when you're making it at home, pull it out of the oven. Too many people just cut into it right away, and then people try to eat right away. And they're like, "Oh, I burned the roof of my mouth." You think I would learn from all these thousands of other instances where I've been to hot pizza and I burnt my mouth? But no, I never learned. Hey, let it sit for 5 minutes before we cut it.
I never thought of it like that.
Let everything redistribute. Let it just chill. Let it form up. Because if you cut, especially if it's a deeper dish pizza, and you cut it up right away, everything's still going to be molten in the middle, so it'll run. It'll run towards the cracks and the crevasses.
You're making me hungry for pizza right now.
It's dumb. Something that's not dumb is shopping on Amazon, bullshow.co/Amazon. Take it right to the homepage. Bookmark the living out of it. And every time you buy a little use that link, and we'll get a couple nickels in our pocket, and we'll keep on. It helps pay for producer Ellie. Nick does this pro bono because he's a good person. I have the kindness of his heart. Well, Allie's a good person too, but you know what I mean.
I'm doing this because I like spending time with one of my best friends, Andy here, and
his goddaughter.
Okay, it's all for the goddaughter, obviously.
Yep.
It's the biggest thing, but I'm also kind of learning from him. I have my own podcast that I'm trying to restart up and do this summer again, and I learn a lot from these setups before the show.
It's weird. I like to keep friends, except I don't like getting too close. You know what I mean? Because I never like being in wedding parties, so I always try to be like the 7th or 8th best friend. Yeah. I don't want to be in wedding parties. I don't want to be goddaughter. Like I'll be an usher, but even that would annoy me too, because the being in weddings is, if you think about it in a vacuum, it's pretty messed up. Like, hey man, I need you to come and take Thursday and Friday off of work, and I need you to pay for a tux. Or with girls, I need you to pay for a dress that you're going to wear one time, and then pay for hair and makeup. And then we need you to come at 7 in the morning at the church, and we're going to take pictures for 6 hours. And then we expect you to dance all night long and celebrate our nuptials. So we need you to stay up from 5 a.m. till 2 a.m. Is that cool with you? And pay for your own hotel room. Is that cool? And get chlamydia from my cousin Ben. Is that cool? Weddings.
I've been a groomsman and part of many weddings in the last.
See, that's your problem. Like, you're too close to people. You're always in the sphere of 5. Because I feel like that's 5. Let's see. Did we have 5? Yeah. The wife and I had 5 on the side, which is dumb, which is weird.
I can't help it.
I know that's tradition, but when I pay for Margaret's wedding, we're gonna budget in. We're like, hey, no, we're gonna pay for dresses and nails and rental tuxes. You're asking someone to be in your wedding. It's like, hey, man, cool, I want to be with you. Except people are getting married younger. Well, no, if people get married young, like say early 20s, people are just getting out in their careers. I don't know, having $600-700 to throw at a weekend can be tough. Probably doable. But still, it's a little rough.
I've never been married, so I'm definitely taking your word on it. I think your wedding was pretty affordable, I think, for me. I believe.
That's because it was Winona. Like, they pay you to stay there. Yeah. And we did the whole traditional thing. It's like, oh, the groomsmen pay for the rental tuxes, and then the bridesmaids pay for the dresses. But nah, that's still weak. We're young and stupid back then.
Yeah, with that young.
No, relatively young, because I was, 7, I was 24, means the wife was 23. That's pretty young to be married nowadays.
Yeah.
If you're not like Mormon.
I guess so. Who knows what's going to be like down the road, though. I think that's something when Margaret gets older to think about. I mean, who knows? I mean, the new thing might be not getting married until your 30s or 40s.
I feel like that is starting to be a thing, and it's actually smart, but it's coming to a correct decision to not wait until you're married, but out of bad logic. I feel like most younger people aren't getting married now because they want to travel, they want to explore, they want to not have a corporate job, not like get serious about their career. They just kind of want to float about for a decade. And it's smart not to put off marriage and put off kids, but to establish a career, get things going, like get out of debt, get a house, and all that other good stuff. And then when you're in your 30s and get married, you can have kids later on. Kids are going to have great advantages because you're not struggling financially, and also you're a little bit more worldly. You're a little bit more rounded out as an adult and help raising kids. But it's because little Johnny wants to go backpacking through Europe.
Nothing wrong with backpacking through Europe. But
I've never been to Burning Man. Burning Man. The one other topics I want to get into today is that would the world be better without Facebook? That's what I want to know. And Facebook has become such a big part of our world that it's basically a public utility now. And it's a way to keep up with your friends, family you don't see in a long time. And also, as we've seen in the past election, it's where most people get their news. But that can be a double-edged sword. And also the psychological implications of being up in everyone's business all the time, that's still TBD. Nick, what do you think?
I'll be the first to admit I am addicted to Facebook. I'm on it. Let's see, out of 24 hours a day, I sleep 8. So you do the math. I'm typically always on Facebook, following people. It comes to a point when you use it so much you don't even realize you're using it, like breathing. I think, and
Well, are you usually on Facebook on your laptop or your phone?
phone.
Yeah. I've come to find that, too, is that whenever you have a free moment, usually when you're taking a shit, is that you open up your phone and then you go through your apps. So I'll go through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, NBC Sports. That's pretty much a rotation by 4. What are your 4?
Let me pull out my phone here to actually look at it, because obviously I have no short-term
No,
memory.
it's almost like ingrained.
Yeah,
It's almost involuntary.
that actually has not occurred to me until maybe a week ago. That could be because I have a new phone, but Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter are kind of my 4.
Mm-hmm.
With ESPN and Pokemon Go as kind of my backups.
Oh, people still play Pokemon Go?
I do.
I think you and Arif are the only players
They
left.
have whatever. There are people still. There's brand new Pokemon out there now. They released a new batch of Pokemon. That's how they get you. That's how they keep you on there. It's like, oh, you think that you may have maxed out. Oh, nope. There's still a ton more out there.
Yeah, but so your Facebook addiction. How much time do you think you spend a day on Facebook? Conservatively, hour total.
I might go up to 2 hours.
Oh,
maybe.
I thought you were gonna say no way.
No, I mean, am I constantly just am I staring at Facebook for 2 straight hours? No, but I'm one of those guys who
5 minutes here, 2 minutes here.
Yeah, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 2 minutes there, and I don't know if there's any studies about how smartphones kind of affect our short-term memory, but I feel like in any given hour I check Facebook, 5 or 6 times, and those minutes will add up.
Oh,
I think
you're
pretty
like
quick.
Guy Pearce in Memento. You just can't remember. It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And I think Facebook is a good thing. I think it gets you
One of the first Christopher Nolan films.
What is
Memento. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's a good movie. Now, how if you had a bet where you had to give up Facebook for a month, like how much would that bet have to be for? Like if I offered you $500 not to log in on Facebook at all for a month, could you do it? The fact that you're thinking about it says a lot.
I might go 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could go 1,000. Obviously, my thing would be like, hey, I'm not on Facebook. Peace out. I would do like a goodbye thing, and then
Except then people would think that you're offing yourself.
yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. If I was offering myself, that would be Facebook Live almost. I mean,
Really?
it's just, a lot of people. It's social media. I mean, has brought on. There have been people who've done that. It's terrifying and horrible. It's
Now, do you mainly go on Facebook to see what your friends and family are doing, or for news?
see what family and friends are doing.
All right. How much of your news do you actually get on Facebook? Like do you like news organizations or like sports teams that you like?
Well, I mean, I use Facebook to see news like someone else posts news, but then I go on CNN. I'll look up different sources like on the internet to confirm that. I won't I don't take anything I read on Facebook, face value. I have to. I go and confirm it somewhere else.
You don't actually share headlines that say like Hillary soon to be arrested from right-wing periscope.net. It's funny. Yeah, no, everyone always reads the headlines. No one ever reads the little gray type underneath of what the website actually is.
Or see like the Onion article posted like brought to you by the Onion, certain things like that. It's I use it as it's my notification thing. It's kind of like how with my phone, a lot of my apps, I have notifications off except for like CNN, which I'm about to delete that thing because it's
fake.
It's getting to a point where it's just, and we could do another show completely on the news.
Fake news.
So much thing is changing with the news media nowadays. But I mean, Facebook, I get my notifications, but I do have to, I do double check my sources and before I go off on a rant. If I have a rant on it.
I think that's smart. Except I'm pretty sure like 9 people out of 10 don't do that. Like they won't even click the article. They'll just see the headline of the article that reinforces their confirmation bias. Like if they're anti-Trump or if they're anti-Hillary or pro Bernie Sanders or whatever, they'll get the little snippet and be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
It's like, imagine the world before Facebook. Like, how did we get our news? We read the paper. We watched news on TV. Now, I will say objectively, I think the news had more integrity back then. But now in the world of social media, where it's all about ratings and clicks and eyeballs and whatever, you kind of go with whichever way the mob is leading it to. And that's really unfortunate. Because I remember seeing that back in the day. Like, that was integritus. That was that integrity. That was actual news.
I think it all comes down to money, though, doesn't it? I mean, as you said, multiple clicks, more people see. I mean, I think that's where the money flows through, and everything is about money, and it's about having more of it. You know, if I was offered a lot of money to make up stuff, hell, I'd have a storybook of fake
That's
tales.
what Bleacher Report does. No. But I can remember when I was a kid and teenager that the rule of thumb was Fox News leaned to the right, MSNBC leaned to the left, and CNN was right in the middle. But everything has shifted to the left, like including Fox News to a degree.
Interesting. I never thought about that with Fox News.
Yeah.
So what's the right then?
Breitbart.
I've never been to that website.
It's it's interesting. Now, I actually don't even have a side in this. I'm kind of floating in the ether in the middle, and I read everything from everywhere to try and get perspectives from everyone. But Breitbart's interesting, to say the least.
Well, we'll have to do an episode on that.
But sneaking back into the Facebook, without Facebook, to keep up with friends that you had in college that moved away, or distant family members that live in another state, you actually had to call them, or you had to write them a letter or an email. That's messed up.
I know you hate the phone too, so that's why I think you would like Facebook, because I mean, Facebook, you have that interaction without actually interacting with people.
Also, can't you call people on Facebook now? Don't they have like a Skype?
I think they have
Skype-esque feature.
I think they have like a phone within their Messenger applications. I mean, yeah, there are people I contact through that, more than I like, because I don't have their phone number. I mean, because obviously I think the main mode of talking to anyone, communicating, is via texting.
Yeah.
Through my phone number, and like
whenever you get a phone call, you automatically assume someone died.
In my life, it's Dad, because I'm not teaching him how to use it.
Hello.
I'm not teaching him how to text at all.
Hello, Nicholas. Does he call you Nicholas?
No, he calls me Nick.
Oh. Hello, Nicholas.
Nicky sometimes, if he wants to annoy me.
It is your father, Franz Ferdinand.
He doesn't go. My dad does not go by Ferdinand, his American name, at all.
What does he go by?
Choi.
Choi.
Choy. It was like his nickname growing up.
Like Choi Aikman.
Like Bok Choy.
Oh. Hello, Nicky. It's your father, Choi. I got these scratch-offs. You come over. We win.
A side note here, I started...
Also, I sold my car.
He would sell something.
Or rather, they took it.
Making fun of Nick's dad podcast. I actually bought a couple of scratch-offs recently.
Oh, yeah. It's like, the hell, man. It's like the son of the alcoholic. It's like, I will never touch a drop. I'll never hurt my family like that. I could just give me a little.
That's what it is. So backstory for the listeners, if you guys don't mind being bored a little bit, was my dad loves to gamble, and he loves scratch-off tickets. The ones we can win up to $5,000. We spent $1, and
no, Nick. Gambling implies that you have a chance of winning. So like roulette, baccarat, blackjack. That's actually gambling. This is just taking some money and putting it in a dry toilet and lighting it on fire.
My dad would win $1 tickets here and there, and I think one time we won $100. But yeah, there's no 1,000, there's no 5,000, there's no 10,000.
No, they should have a scratch off where there's no cash prizes, but you can win more tickets. And see how many people would go for it. I bet you, like, a lot of people would go.
That's almost what pull tabs are. Like if you
won a million tickets.
The casino, I think, does that.
No, there's actually no
dubs.
cash prizes. You can only win more tickets. That's amazing. Oh my God, I kind of want to do that now.
No.
Fine. All right, so
Facebook.
do you think the world would be better off with or without Facebook, or something else taking its place? So, like, Facebook was just gone, and then we salted the earth so nothing could ever grow again. It was just gone.
Social media is such a powerful thing. I think Twitter will be the new Facebook, or something else that's going to be that'll fill this place. I think I think our world is going to always have social media in it, and something will come in. I say we might as well just keep Facebook, and hope that news will just get so boring that no one will annoy Facebook anymore. If that makes sense.
I tend to lean more Twitter. Like, that's more my social media of choice. Mainly because every time you go to Facebook, someone's bitching about something, and it's like, I'm the person who bitches around here, son. Yeah.
Don't you think Twitter? Don't they bitch a lot on Twitter?
Yeah, except it's only 140 characters. On Facebook, you can write like entire Tolstoy novels.
The moral of Facebook is you can unfriend people. You can I think there's a way you can see less of people's feeds, and I've actually started doing that with my extreme left and extreme right friends, where I'm like, all right, yeah, enough.
No, you can unfollow. I think unfriending is weak, especially if it's over not agreeing politically.
Interesting. I never thought about that. I didn't know there was an unfollow.
Yeah, well, it's the button right next to friends. Following, unfollow.
I don't know.
Wow.
So wait, you can be friends with them but just not follow them?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Probably why no one talks to me on Facebook. I think they all unfollowed me.
I was like the preludes to the 5-paragraph things. Like, I don't normally get into politics, but
that's how I do all my stories.
My whole thing was, as I've gotten older, is that I've tried to be more objective about politics and factor in intent rather than how it makes me feel. But it seems like most politics, especially on Facebook, are all about feelings.
And I understand that. I mean, feelings are an important thing. I mean,
No, they're not.
I care about my feelings.
Empathy makes bad policy. I don't know. We'll get in there. Also, my favorite thing on Facebook is the humble brags. Or it's like if you RSV, people send out like Facebook events, and like instead of RSVPing no and just being done with it, you write into the thing, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't. We got box tickets to the Wolves. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't make it to your barbecue." Wah. The humble brag. Or the or the post is like, "Hey guys, we're going on a Caribbean vacation. Any recommendations?" Or, "Hey, we're buying a Tesla. Any recommendations?" Yeah, buy the Tesla. And I do think it's sort of not. It's benign and like non-vitriolic type blah blah blah. But everyone likes to brag. Everyone likes to boast. I'm sure I'm guilty of this too. But you see it a lot on Facebook, where it is the very stealthy, almost passive-aggressive humble brags.
The Tesla thing, I mean, that's just asking a Consumer Report, I think. I don't mind that too much.
Well, no, here's the thing. Like, that's an example, except there's only 2 types of Teslas you can buy.
I don't know what a Tesla is. I'm assuming you're talking about a type of hat.
That's an electric car.
Oh, neat.
They're awesome. They're friggin' awesome. But, yeah, the one you see a lot is like, oh my God, we're going to the Caribbean. Which island have you guys gone to? Is there anything good to do in Jamaica? There's lots to do. It's friggin' Jamaica.
Okay. I kind of see where you're getting at. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're like, it sounds like it could be unintentionally like, oh, we're going on a trip, and like, oh, I'm stuck here. Fuck you.
Anyone have any good places to go to in Maui? Yeah, all of them. You're in Hawaii. Get out here. And you've seen studies of people who actually get depressed if they spend too much time on Facebook, because Facebook is, I like to call it's the highlight reel of life. Like, no one ever Facebook's, except for an FML post about, no one talks about getting a tax audit. No one ever talks about going and getting their physical, getting a finger up their ass, which I'm 9 years away from. It's always the highlights of new purchases. You got a new car, you're going on vacation, you're doing all this fun stuff. And if people don't internalize that, oh, this is all the highlights. They're like, oh, my friends and family, their life is so much better than mine. As I'm eating Alpo, and not because I'm poor, but because I like the flavor. I should kill myself.
I'm siding with you on this now, on the fact that I have an uncle who sees my Facebook. I think he follows me on Instagram or what's it called, or Snapchat or something.
That's kind of creepy.
And I only post positive things, so he thinks my life is yay high, even though like I do have an average life. So I do see it from that standpoint, but I do think I post a lot of negative stuff on Facebook as well.
Yeah, that's why you're unfollowed.
That's why I'm unfollowed. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Damn.
Also, the lamb and rice Alpo, not so bad.
I don't think I ever had it.
Yeah, here's what I've been with too, is that like the running trope, running like thing has been, oh, the senior citizens are too poor that they have to eat dog food. Dog food is 98 cents a can. There's human food that is cheaper than that.
Yeah, there is.
They can eat corned beef hash. They can eat tuna. I mean, there's lots of things. They can eat Campbell's soup. Campbell's soup is cheap as shit. But no, they're eating Alpo. Get out of here. Maybe back in the day, dog food was cheaper, but especially now with like the higher end dog food, get out of here. If you actually are getting out of here, if you're headed to the airport on your way to a vacation, get a ride with us. Bullshow.co/Lyft LYFT. Download the app. $15 off your first couple of rides on your way to your vacation. That you can Facebook. We're the best. Does anyone know any cool cafes to go to in Paris? Yeah, all of them. Get out of here.
I think it'd be easier to list what cafes not to go to or something. Or like I would definitely. I went to New Orleans a few years ago, and I'll recommend a street not to go down because I got assaulted over there. But that's another topic.
Is it Bourbon Street?
It might have been moved. A part of Bourbon Street. Well, do your commercial.
Nick's like, hey, anyone know any good place on Bourbon Street? Yeah, all of them.
Except for one.
Except for the one where you get shanked. Bullshow.co/Lyft LYFT. Download the app today. All right, let's try this again. We'll be right back with more Boo with Andy Carlson. And come back into the Blue Door Pub Studios and Blue Sea season. The weather's starting to get warmer. Get on out down to the 3 Twin Cities locations. Longfellow, which is also my name in middle school. St. Paul and University on Como. They're delicious Blue Seas. Nick, what's your favorite Blue Sea?
I just had the Lumberjack that came out. That was fantastic. I usually go the Cajun Blue Sea, the Cajun Redux.
One of my personal favorites is Mount Vesuvius because you like it hot, hot, hot. Do that up. Visit all 3 locations or thebdp.com. Blue Door Pub, baby. All right, so speaking of TV, there's a new show that came out on Amazon on last Friday, and it's called Patriot, and it's got kind of an eclectic cast. It's produced by Gil Bellows. Do you remember him?
Bellows. That name sounds familiar.
Look him up. He'll look familiar. And it's got the dad from that 70s show. It's got the bald guy from Lost. It's got the Asian chick from Pitch Perfect 2. Again, I don't remember names, but I'm good at describing where they were or past works they've had.
Isn't it starring Matthew from Downton Abbey?
I don't know, but let's watch the trailer.
Can I talk to you about something? I need this job.
I've never seen Downton
I have
Abbey.
to work in accredited construction overseas.
All right, so no. The premise is that he's a spy, and he has to take some money from Luxembourg to Iran to help rig an election in Iran. This is set in 2012. I don't know if that's important for the storyline, but for some reason, they can't do it covert style. Like, he actually has to become a part of this piping firm in Milwaukee. So you actually pretend to be like an oil pipe person, and actually get in with the company and work his way through office politics and stuff. So it's kind of funny watching like a spy, like a trained assassin killer, actually have to do all this corporate BS that we all have to do.
He says Americans aren't supposed
So now he's
to.
taking a drug test.
I'm not going to pass this urine test. So I need yours.
Do you recognize him?
The country. The USA.
You recognize him?
Might be.
No, I'm looking up right now.
He's
Will you be my
Johnny
mom?
Cage from the Mortal Kombat movie.
Gil Bellows?
Yeah.
I would like to send someone over to get in front of this election.
No, he's
My
not.
son,
Yeah, so this guy.
but it's complicated.
He's not Mortal
He
Kombat.
records
Yeah.
folk music under an assumed
No, he's
name
not.
because he
Gil
says it
Bellows?
helps him with his feelings.
No, Gil Bellows
Hey,
not.
brother.
The guy that was pointing out.
All you gotta do is bring a bag
Oh.
of money from A to B.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. It's never easy like that.
This project's going to play out in Iran and Luxembourg.
I was wrong
Villain
about the
comes and
Matthews.
goes
It's not
both
the guy from
places.
Downton Abbey.
Are you a McMillan man?
Oh, man, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you with a shotgun.
I'm a stranger in a land
Money, Luxembourg, Iran.
that's anything but strange, very mysterious.
So the guy looks like a younger Michael Shannon.
You seem like two people. Split attention between piping and God knows what.
There's a woman in Europe investigating this.
There's a bag with 11 million euros in it. It's got John Lakeman on it.
Mr. John Lakeman.
John Lakeman?
Lakeman. John Lake.
John Lakeman.
What about John Lakeman?
Just interviewed for the process engineering job. How'd it go?
Great. How about you?
Okay.
So what happened is that he actually has to legit interview for this job and get it based on merit. And there was this Asian engineering genius who also was interviewing for the job, and so he pushed him in front of the truck. But he doesn't die, and also he's a pretty pivotal character to the show. It's 10 episodes on Amazon now. It's like a cavalcade of hey, that guy type of actors and actresses, and the writing's really good. There's a lot of dark humor. There's a lot of very subtleness. There's a lot of subtleness to it where it's tough to explain, but it's an interesting show. It's an easy watch, and yeah, very bingeable.
Okay. I think this is what the future of television watching kind of is. It's the whole idea of, with this online streaming stuff, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, all releasing this original content. I mean, you're going to get a lot of not A-list actors, but a lot of good B and C actors. And I'm saying here good, people who you might recognize as like background characters from other shows and movies.
Yeah, I think we've hit the apex of there's too much good TV out there.
Yeah, it's hard to watch all of them.
It's hard to watch all of them, and also if you're starting a show and maybe you get like 2 or 3 episodes in, and it's not. I mean, it's okay. It's not the greatest thing ever. You always have this fear of missing out. It's like, oh, maybe there's a better show on Amazon or on Netflix or on Hulu, and there's not enough time. Like watching TV right now could be a full-time job. It really could.
I talked about it on my podcast, and why we joke on this show that I Wikipedia everything. There's not enough time in the world to watch every show, watch every movie, listen to every album. I mean, that's someone's full-time life. I mean, I can see that there are people who have careers in this field full-time. I mean, there's just not enough time, though. I think on my time off, I would be watching movies and TV and stuff. There's so much stuff out there. It's so good, but it's also so bad at the same time.
Yeah. Something that's also good is the news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you...
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to bleed.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, so what we got today?
All right, it's been a few days now since the Academy Awards happened. We talked about it on Monday. Something we should talk about too. Something I always think about is the Raspberry Awards. You know what they are?
The awards for the shitty, the opposite of the Academy Awards.
Exactly. Yes. Every Saturday before the Sunday award show, they're called the Golden Raspberry Awards, and they've been going on since the I think early '80s here.
Nick, just call them the Razzies.
The Razzies.
Yeah.
You don't want me to say Golden Raspberry every time?
Yeah. No. Who calls them the Raspberry Awards? It's like, oh yeah, Smucker's wins every year.
Let's see here. Let me pull up the award show right now. I don't know. I'm trying to find more info on this. They haven't released too much. There's usually a place where they, they have their own little studio where they have they present it. But this year there wasn't any. But I was wondering if you want to go through the winners or quote losers of the award show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, worst picture, obviously, correlating with best picture. The winner or loser is Hillary's America: The Secret History of the Democratic Party.
Now, Dinesh D'Souza did up this documentary, and it's interesting, it's thought-provoking, it's very controversial. It won 4 Razzies this year, but this is more I think it's more an attack on his political point of view. And most Hollywood people definitely lean towards the left. So it was a well-done documentary. Like, maybe they didn't like the topic just because they disagreed with it, so they're completely panning this. But I think that's a little weak sauce. But then again, it's the Razzies. They can do what they want.
Agreed. They won, this movie won worst director, you just said Dinesh D'Souza. Worst actor, he also got that. Worst actress, Rebecca Turner for... she played Hillary. That's funny. Mm-hmm. The other winner of the award night is Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. A lot of people... I mean...
see, that one's fair, though.
This movie got panned a lot by critics, and I've seen it. I didn't think it was as bad as people said, but going through the categories here, worst actor... Jesse Eisenberg for playing Lex Luthor in the movie. Worst supporting actor, I'm sorry. Worst supporting actress, Zoolander 2, which we'll talk about. So another show off with Kristen Wiig. Here you go. The rest of the categories, worst combo, worst screen combo. So something that's definitely not Academy Award at all. I think at some point the Razzies just kind of make up categories as they go. Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, who played Batman and Superman.
Which is fair.
There's a category called Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel. So, like a giant MTV Movie Awards spin here. Batman vs Superman won that. Worst Screenplay went to Batman Superman. It's just people just did not like this one. But I don't know if you've gone through all these nominees. Like a lot of this kind of gives you an idea of what movies panned out and didn't do so well. Let's see, Independence Day Resurgence had a number of nominations.
That's sad.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows, Gods of Egypt, Dirty Grandpa, and Zoolander 2. I think the Razzies, they show a good combination of like how many crappy movies there were out there. But then usually picks on 1 or 2 of them as like the worst.
I'm gonna go through the worst pictures, counting backwards. So 2016, Hillary's America. 2015, A Tie, Fantastic Four, and 50 Shades of Grey. 2014, Saving Christmas, the one with it doesn't say. 2013, Movie 43. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Where was like a whole bunch of vignettes of stupid things.
Yeah, I remember that.
2012, Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. 2011, Jack and Jill, which was an abortion from Adam Sandler. 2010, The Last Airbender.
M. Night Shyamalan. I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah. And then going through, they do a decade one where it's the worst of the decades. All right, so the worst picture of the 80s was Mommy Dearest.
Oh, that's a storyline where they I think that was Faye Dunaway's movie where they talk about what's her name from the 50s, the actress who was just a terrible mother.
Worst picture of the 90s was Showgirls.
Aw.
Worst picture of the 2000s, or the aughts, as it were, Battlefield Earth.
I liked Battlefield Earth.
That's because you're a borderline Scientologist.
I could be a borderline Scientologist.
Wrong. All right, so the Razzies. What else you got?
All right. Next up, talking about news from the weather. I don't know if this sounds interesting.
The original fake news.
And fake indeed is what this topic is about. Last week, if you're in the Twin Cities, we were warned of a severe storm that was coming into our area Thursday night into Friday, and it kind of fell south. We were expecting 8 to 10 inches, up to 12 inches, but most areas maybe got less than an inch.
Mm-hmm.
Insert sex joke there. Hi-yo!
Hey.
So, I mean, why is this news at all? Well, from the National Weather Service, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, they actually coined up an apology to Minnesota and Wisconsin residents. This is not a joke.
No, I read through the apology. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
I cannot believe they wrote a letter.
It's like when Family Guy did the thing of Mel Gibson apologizing to the Jews. It sort of had that tone.
I don't know. You know, weather is a very difficult thing to predict and forecast. It's anything can happen with weather, and a lot of the storm systems that they were tracking, they said it would go south, and it did. Southern Minnesota got plowed with it.
Yeah, they did get plowed, and I understand that you definitely want to oversell any potential storm rather than undersell, even though if you undersell a storm, it seems kind of dumb. It's like, people's lives are on the line. Yeah, they're going to go outside when it's looking like a polar vortex and it's black and like the skies are opening up like the end of Ghostbusters 2. Well, no, Ghostbusters 1. Yeah, because the weather guy says, yeah, it's fine. It's overcast.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Mel Gibson apologizing to the Jews.
Oh.
Eventually.
I'm really, really sorry about your big noses. I'm really sorry about how greedy you are. But most of all, I'm really sorry about your dirty, underhanded, backstabbing ways. Your number one dirty Jew fan, Mel Gibson.
Did he have to say dirty Jew fan?
that was basically the National Weather Service apologizing to Minnesota and Wisconsin.
I don't know. I never seen anything like that happen where they had to apologize. So.
Yeah, people forget that Mel Gibson is Australian.
Australia never forgets.
No. They disown him. Anyways, what else you got?
All right. Little political news. Trump over the weekend tweeted out that he is not going to attend the White House Correspondents Association dinner. Very popular dinner that that's brought to you. It's where the press can meet all of the White House people and whatnot, and celebrities come out for this thing too. Is it a surprise after this past election? Not at all. But it was just interesting that he tweeted about now for a dinner that's not happening until the end of April, April 29th.
Well, his relationship with the media has been rocky at best, and even calling them like the enemy of the nation, which is a little far. And I get it, because also this takes the starch out of media members who have already gotten on their high horse to be like, I am boycotting the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They should just cancel it. Right? I did like when Obama did it, because he seemed to have a good sense of humor, and the room, which tends to lean left anyways, definitely accepted him. I'm going to guess the George W. Bush's White House Correspondents' Dinner were not as good as the 8 with Obama. I'm just going on a little limb there. And also, wasn't it last year where Larry Whitmore called Obama the N-word?
I'm trying to pull up the past ones right now.
It's funny because Trump actually attended Obama's in 2011, and Obama had some jokes.
It is wonderful to be here at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What a week. as some of you heard, the state of Hawaii released my official long-form birth certificate.
So look at Obama's black hair.
So young, so youthful.
Yeah, and now he's bringing this up because Trump was a birther, like a huge Obama birther.
Hopefully, this puts all doubts to rest. But just in case there are any lingering questions, tonight, I'm prepared to go a step further. Tonight, for the first time, I am releasing my official birth video.
Look happy or sad?
I warn you, no one has seen this footage in 50 years. Not even me.
How old is he?
But let's take a look.
His 50s.
Wow. You have to pay, doesn't he, for that?
He's the president. What are they going to do? All right.
And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing?
Talking
what
about
really
Trump
happened in
Yeah.
Roswell?
Trump is in
And
the
where
audience.
are Biggie
Stoic.
and Tupac?
That's a good question, that Tupac and Biggie.
All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
Oh. You know, it's goading like this and mocking like this, and that just made Trump getting elected like that. This has to be like completely ground zero for Obama. Because in 2011, that was still a joke of Donald Trump being president. That's like a Simpsons-esque joke, even though Simpsons predicted the future yet again, which they do many times. It's actually kind of creepy. So if Trump doesn't go to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, they just sit around and have dinner, have Trevor Noah give the opening speech.
Would it be
Then they just get drunk and celebrate themselves.
I don't think they
release.
I don't think they release who's gonna be the key performer of the night yet.
Yeah, they always have comedians who tend to lean left. I want Larry the Cable Guy up there. Donald Trump be building on the wall. He got it done.
It's funny to see them, to see presidents and stuff, poke jokes and stuff. I don't mind the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's just like it's not something that's like advertised on like the major networks or anything. I think you have to watch it on
C-SPAN.
You have to watch C-SPAN to actually get into it.
Well, no, I think it is on all the major networks.
Do they play it on like NBC and stuff?
Yeah. Well, not like
All of
NBC, but MSNBC, CNN, Fox News.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do like it, especially when Obama, who has a good sense of humor, obviously had good writers too, and poking fun at himself. I think it would have been. Who knows? Maybe Trump changes his mind, but I think it would have been a good moment to sort of disarm him, sort of show that he still has a sense of humor, which I don't think Trump has a sense of humor at all. You saw him sitting in the audience as he's getting roasted. The Trump roast. I completely forgot about the Trump roast.
We can do that in another episode.
Yeah.
But, you're a big fan of John Oliver. We can pull up clips after the show, but the back when him and Hillary were duking it out in the winter. There are videos like he does not take jokes well. I think like he will. He definitely is has harsh criticism.
Well, no, allegedly he still. There's a publication that initially said that he had small hands, and he still sends them traces of his hands. Hey, not so small. It's like that sort of thin-skinnedness. It's not good.
Yeah, it makes us weird.
All right, what's the last one we got?
All right, last one we got. Andy's excited to talk about this one. Through Twitter, my favorite boxer, the Philippines' own Manny Pacquiao, has tweeted that he is going to fight this year on April 23rd against something called Amir Khan. And that is something. I got here Amir Khan, a 30-year-old from England, against Manny Pacquiao. As of right now, there is no place yet or specific time or where the match will be.
I wonder if it's going to be in Vegas.
I don't know. I think Pacquiao's last fight was actually in Macau. So it could be anywhere. Obviously, I hope it's on American soil, so we can get a better chance of seeing it in our time. But definitely much needed comeback, because obviously we talked about Pacquiao earlier, and he got knocked out. He got knocked out before.
Yeah, this is from the. I can't believe this is 2012. But the knockout against Juan Manuel Marquez in December 2012. Manny, are you okay?
6 rounds, I'm looking for finish him.
But something else happened.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Manny?
And that's another
Just knocked out. Just knocked out. And then people forget that he won 5 out of 6 next matches after just getting eviscerated.
When I got into Pacquiao, when he got big here more in America, I think I started following him during his kind of downfall from his peak, because he was knocking out people in his youth, and lately his wins were usually by decision, and obviously his couple defeats, one very controversial defeat. I'm trying to pull up which fight this was. The big thing I gotta say about Pacquiao is that everyone remembers Pacquiao's name. I will never remember who these people who fight. I don't remember who is this guy who knocked him
You don't
down.
remember Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather will be the only person I remember.
You don't remember Sugar Shane Mosley?
No.
You don't remember Miguel Cotto?
No.
Ricky Hatton?
I think you make up names now.
Oscar De La Hoya?
I know Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay, there you go.
But I mean, generally, I think Pacquiao is such that name in boxing that I think a lot of people know, and I'm happy to see him fight. I mean, how old is he? 38. So kind of getting up there.
I think there should be an asterisk next to Pacquiao's record, because his first 15 fights were all against Filipino guys.
Shut up. Anyway, as of right now, as I said, the only thing known about this fight is that it's on April 23rd. No place, no time, and against someone named Kubla Khan. No, I'm sorry, Amir Khan.
He's old though.
Who?
Manny.
Oh yeah, he's 38.
Yeah.
It's a 30-year-old, so I mean this guy isn't young, but I don't know too much of boxing record. 35 fights, 31 wins, only 4 losses. So it could be an interesting fight.
And it's weird because Manny's been dealing with injuries later in his career, but he's definitely got more of a punch than Mayweather. Except I feel a lot more confident in Mayweather at 40 than I do in Manny at 38.
I have no comment. I don't like Mayweather.
That's okay, because he's a terrible person. He's a good boxer.
Yeah, he is a good boxer. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about Mayweather. We had our episode with him and fighting Conor, whatever.
McGregor. I can't wait for that.
If Manny can trade nonstop, I don't know. As I said, this is kind of early. Let's see. Do
you think it's too late for Mayweather Pacquiao too?
It'd be fine for
Electric Boogaloo.
It'd be fine for Mayweather because they'll probably clock Pacquiao out.
Yeah, let Pacquiao take as many steroids as he needs.
You need a healthier Pacquiao, which I don't think he'll ever be as his prime. I mean, I'm not dissing Pacquiao when I say that at the slightest. I would never want to come up with face up against a former boxer. He will hit you.
He will hit you, especially if you're gay, because he's not a fan of the gays.
Let's not talk about
Filipino politics.
I don't want to.
That's
the news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Tosh.0 did a really funny sketch with Pacquiao.
Nick, what you got going on this week? What's cooking? Who's making stew?
I'm just still recovering from Oscar stuff. I'm pretty excited. Logan comes out this weekend.
Hey.
So I might try go seeing that.
Oh, shit, yeah. I'm excited because Logan comes out. I forgot about that. Should be a pretty solid movie. I always like the Hugh Jackman Wolverine, except for X3. That one was an abortion. And also, this Saturday, Muggsy starts swimming lessons, so I'm sure there'll be some fodder for the show. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and like our Facebook page as well. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Army, because everybody's middle name is Jerome. Manny, Jerome, Stevia Pacquiao. He's named after our official sweetener. Big thanks to producer Allie for making me not sound so stupid today, but for Nick, I'm Andy Carlson saying Annyeong, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.